Option number 2 is to use an image with high pixel density. So let's look at how we do that. So I'm going to go back to our design. And this time what I'm going to do is take the image, which is actually 2 parts here, and I'm going to copy these layers to a new file. I'll zoom in a bit. And I'll use the crop tool to just crop around this a bit. And then I'm going to increase the image's size by 2 times. So we'll go to image and then image size, and I'll change the unit to %, and I'll set it to 200. Okay, so this is now double the size. The layers that we're using to do this are vector-based, which means that we can expand these to an unlimited size, much like our font icons. So now what I'm going to do is merge the layers, I'll select all, and I'll copy, and I'll create a new image and paste it in. This way we don't get any extra edge that we have to deal with when laying things out. And then we'll save this. This time I'm going to save it as logo, and then I'm going to add the @ symbol and then 2x. And you'll understand why in a minute. I'll save this, and then I'll go back to the browser in our code, and I'll copy this image, and we'll paste in an image with 2 times here so we can compare them side by side. We'll save this and refresh. Okay, so this next image has double the dimensions of the first, which means it has 4 times the number of pixels. In the browser, an image is going to display at 96 pixels an inch. So if we zoomed down to 100% zoom here, and we took out a ruler, and we measured this right here, and we took the number of pixels wide it was, and divided it by the number of inches, you would get 96. So what that means is that if you save an image with more pixels, it will just display bigger. Now you may have noticed in Photoshop, when we go to set the image size, it gives us the option of setting a resolution, and by default it's 72 pixels an inch. Now even if we save an image that has this resolution, it's still going to display as 96 pixels an inch in the browser. The resolution here just helps determine what size to show things in Photoshop for zooming and how to display the rulers depending on what kind of ruler you're using, but it doesn't affect how the images are used on the website at all. So if we go back to the browser, if we want to increase the pixel density, again if we zoom in here, the idea is that if we can get this large image to show in this size, it will increase the pixel density and make sharper edges. So the way that we do that is by setting a size in the image tag. So what we need to do first is determine what width and height it should be. So we can go to Photoshop to do this. So I jumped over to our original logo file, and I'll select everything with Command D, and I'll look at the info panel here. And the width is 208 and the height is 38. So let's set that in the code, 208 and 38. So we're using the width attribute and the height attribute here. We'll save this and refresh in the browser. And hopefully you can tell here that even though these are the same physical size, this one down here looks a lot more crisp. And if you zoomed out, and you were on a screen that had a low resolution display, this high resolution version would come through just fine. So here we have the second solution, which is just to use an image that has a higher pixel density and set the width and the height in the image tag.